mark.
What's up guys, Jason Lowe here with Jason Lowe Photography and Films, and today we're going to be doing a review on the short film Jibaro. So Jibaro is part of the Netflix series Love, Death, and Robots, which you can actually watch right now on Netflix if you have it. It's going to be in season 3, episode 6. If you guys haven't watched it either, I highly recommend you guys do that first before watching this review, because this review will contain spoilers, and basically we're going to be delving deep into what makes Jibaro such a fascinating and an excellent film to watch, as far as like when it comes to really great storytelling, and as well as a tragic story that, you know, a lot of us can surprisingly relate to. You have these Spaniard knights that are traveling through this forest, and they end up around this lake, and then they end up coming across this beautiful, sexually seductive woman who apparently came out to be as a siren. So basically, sirens are known as like these beautiful women that call these men to their deaths with the sound of their voice, as well as their sexual looks. So with that being said, she does it in a very, very artistic way. So using her body and doing these like really, beautiful ballerina dance moves, as well as like not really the most beautiful voice, because like it was mainly a lot of the times like she was just screeching instead of like singing. But whatever it is, like she was basically putting them all in a trance, and strangely enough, like making them dance their way towards her as she's like calling them in towards the middle of the lake that she resides in. And all of them just basically go nuts and just like start killing their way through to get to her first. But of course, before they can even reach her, they end up all drowning into the river. But there was one particular knight amongst those knights who was, for some odd reason, not entranced in her, her sexual dance and her voice. But you come to find out later that he's actually deaf, and you find this out like in the beginning when him and his fellow soldier were basically communicating together through sign language. For some odd reason, this particular knight, it catches her fancy by being able to resist her charms. So as the story progresses, like she actually takes interest in him and comes out of her lake and tries to bond with him. And of course, when he comes to realize this, like he is apparently confused, and even was it not sure of like what her intentions are. But what did catch his attention is the fact that she's made out of gold and jewelry. And so as she falls in love with him, he basically falls in love with not really her, but what's on her. So that's where you come to find out that the whole entire time he just wanted her, her gold on her. And while for her on her end, she was basically trying to force herself onto him and just trying to make him love her. So in the end, she's completely damaged, completely, basically like, hurt. And, for him, when he was drinking the water, which apparently had healing powers, that's what gave him the ability to hear again. When she starts doing her dance and her singing, or in this case, if you listen closely, you can tell like it's just sheer agony and pain from how she was hurt from his betrayal. Now she's able to call him into the river, have him like entranced, and basically end up just like every other man apparently in her past, like right underneath the river. And so that's what made it such a interesting story, and it is exactly what the director has said before in an interview, it's a story of a toxic relationship. So again, you have a woman who is madly in love with a man and forcing herself upon him. You have the man who is basically filled with greed and only wants what she has, which is her gold. If you pay attention to these little details, you can see where that toxic relationship comes out and about. So I thought that was very well put together. Another cool thing I wanted to point out too is just that dance, man. I can't tell you how mesmerized I was with her dancing skills, as well as like even when she put all the other soldiers in that trance where they're dancing their way out into the river. I just have to ask, like, if there's any ballet dancers or any dancers in general out there who watch this film, I just want to hear your thoughts of like what you guys think about that dance. You look at those dance moves that she has, it's very artistic, and also I can tell that there's some kind of meaning behind it. You look at her second dance routine in near the end when she, arose out of the lake again. And, you can tell that in the second dance that she was in a lot of pain and she was expressing it through her body movement. So, that's one of the things that I wanted to like hear from all you dancers out there is like, what did you guys see in these dance moves that, us non-dancers don't see other than just like really beautiful movements? So definitely like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I'm pretty sure all you guys, when you guys first saw this the first time, you guys are wondering the same thing too, is are these live action or are these all CGI? So for instance, like the characters, the setting, like the forest, the rivers, the waterfalls, are those real? Are those on location? I watched the behind the scenes video and believe it or not, they're all CGI. It's incredible. Like the movements of all the characters, the forest, the lake, the waters, everything was all CGI. And it blew my mind right away. Like even when me and my friend were watching this, we were still wondering too. It's like, wait, is this real or is this all CGI? But again, the way they put it all together, the cinematography, the camera work, I mean, the movements of everything, it was absolutely mind-boggling. And it just totally makes you appreciate the film even more because of all the work they had to put together, the coloring, the vivid lightings. It was absolutely phenomenal. All right, so overall, I would give this film a 9 out of 10. The reason why only 9 out of 10 is because it's only a short story, and I really felt that they could definitely expand this even more, like why the soldiers were there in the first place, and also maybe a little backstory of both the Deaf Knight and also the Siren herself. So that would be cool. I mean, but otherwise, just the story itself, it's already like, phenomenal. All right, guys, so that's it for this review. Hope you guys found it helpful, and hope you guys go and watch this movie and enjoy it. If not, let me know either way. I love to hear your guys' thoughts on this film because I can't stop thinking about just, this beautiful artwork in like just, again, less than 17 minutes. So let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want to check out more reviews and more of my projects, you can find them on my social media network.